Hello again and welcome to another video review. I'm Rodney Reynolds from 3DGameMan.com, and today I'm looking at the Ozone Strike Pro mechanical gaming keyboard. The box looks beautiful. It has a picture of the product on the front and a hole, so you can actually get a feel for this. Good if you're picking it up in store. More pictures of the product on the back, plus lots of features and specifications. Now let's open it up and see what's inside. Oh, and I should mention this. On the side of the box, they'll indicate which particular switch is packaged. In my particular case, it is the Cherry MX Red switch, but you can choose from 3 others: black, blue, or brown. Included is a user's manual, software and drivers, a sticker, and 4 rubber feet. Now the keyboard itself is sandwiched between 2 pieces of plastic, so it's not going anywhere, and it's protected like this. And it just pops out like so, and the cord is on the bottom. Now let's have a closer look. Now this particular keyboard comes with the MX Cherry Red switches, but you can get the black, blue, or brown. It really depends on your preference. As you can see, the keyboard is very compact, has a nice wrist rest. Lots of branding on this though. You have their logo at the top right, an Ozone key. You have Strike Force, the name of the product here, as well as on the spacebar. There's also more branding at the back left. Now let's go through the different Cherry MX mechanical keyboard switches. I'll first start off with black. Black switches are excellent for gaming, but they're not so great for typing. They have no tactile bump or audible click. Now red switches are the same as black, but with less resistance. Brown switches are the best overall. They're great for gaming and for typing. They have a tactile bump, but no audible click. The blue switches are superb for typing. They have a tactile bump and audible click. Green switches are the same as blue, but has a much stiffer spring. And finally, clear switches, well, they're similar to brown, but has a much stiffer spring and a more noticeable tactile bump. It has this rubber coating that is all over the surface of the keyboard, a very nice feel to it. However, in one area here, this has come off. Now this is the only area where the rubber coating has come off. It's not the end of the world, but if you are buying it new, you don't want to see this. If you do, just go ahead and return it. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to ask Ozone to send me another one of these, and I'll do a follow-up and see if that particular keyboard is like it as well. I suspect this one got knocked somehow and packaged and just got missed and sent out. The keyboard measures in at 441.25 millimeters long, 135.7 millimeters wide, and 34.3 millimeters thick. But that's going to vary because it does have feet and you can swing it up at the back. Also, it weighs in at 1.3 kilograms. Now, all 104 keys come with N-key rollover. This anti-ghosting is just incredible. It gives you amazing control when you're pressing multiple keys at the same time. And look at this. At the back, you've got a nice long 1.5 meter braided cable, a gold-plated USB-N that is branded, as well as a microphone jack and headphone jack. Now, the Windows key can be locked or deactivated if preferred. Also, you can give preference to gaming when it comes to the AWS and arrow keys. As well, you can increase and decrease the brightness. I'll show you that a little later on. Here are the macro keys, multimedia keys, and these keys for adjusting the polling rate and key effective time. The 2 on the left, MS- and MS+, are the keys effective time. You can have 7 different times: 1 millisecond, 2 millisecond, 4 millisecond, 8 millisecond, 12 millisecond, 14 millisecond, and 16 millisecond. On the right, RPS- and RPS+ are the polling rates, which can be changed to 125, 250, 500, or 1000. Now, in order to enable any of these special keys, they have an Ozone key. So you press on this first, then the key that you want to activate. Now, every single key on this keyboard is backlit. If they are not, it means that they need to be pressed. Like, for example, the caps lock, number lock, and scroll lock, as well as the print screen or game mode button. I'll enable that one by pressing the Ozone key. But as you can see, they are all lit. Now there are a number of different LED brightness options. This one has all of the LEDs on, but they are pulsating. And note that some of the keys are red, but most of them are white. Let's just go through the different brightness options. So you have this one pulsating, this one, a little bit brighter, full brightness, and you have only now the arrow keys, the gaming keys, and the escape key that is in red. Alternatively, you can turn them all off. Now have a closer look at the illumination. I've pretty much got all the lights turned off, so it'll give you a better idea. Right now it's pulsating. Let me go through the different illumination options. Now this is really handy to have. It's at the back right of the keyboard. It comes with a microphone jack and headphone jack, as well as a USB connection. At the back of the keyboard, they include an information sticker with the product name, where it was made, and serial number on it. 4 rubber feet, but remember, you have 4 replacement feet, so if one of these wears out or comes off, you are covered. As well, 2 plastic feet here, but they include rubber on these flip-down feet to elevate the keyboard. Now, this braided cable can be routed straight up or to the left or to the right. Now, the noise level on these keys is pretty typical for MX Cherry Red switches, but have a listen. Travel is excellent. Pushback is fantastic. As well, the overall feel on all of the keys is really nice.
Now let's have a look at the software. Within the main control area, you can pretty much click on any one of these keys to assign it. At the bottom, you've got game profile options. You can have up to 5 different profiles. You can create, load, save, or edit a profile. There's also a macro manager. You could reset everything to factory default if you want to. And at the bottom right is OK, apply, and cancel. Within macro settings, well, you've got all kinds of macro settings, and you can have up to 6 different macros. Within the advanced area, you can change the polling rate. You can turn the Windows key on or off. Also adjust the key response time. Again, I mentioned those timings before, 1 to 60 milliseconds. Now the LED intensity you can have off. You can have it pulsating 30%, 70%, 100%, or in a gaming mode.
This keyboard is hard to beat. First of all, it's fairly affordable, and it comes in 4 different Cherry MX switch options. You've got red, black, blue, and brown. I love the fact that they include a USB port on the keyboard, as well as the audio jacks, a nice palm rest. That's important if you're gaming for extended periods. As well, a beautiful braided cable that is fairly long, 1.5 meters. I would have liked to have seen a 2-meter cable, but still it is good. As well, you can route that cable out the back straight or to the left or to the right to accommodate where you have your monitor and something else on your desk. As well, flip down feet, you can pop the keyboard up if preferred. I mean, this keyboard does have a lot going for it. My only issue here is on this. The rubber coating that is on it, well, I'm not quite sure if this is going to be a problem or just something that happened to this particular keyboard. But like I mentioned before, I'll contact Ozone, get them to send me another keyboard, and I will do a follow-up and see if indeed the other keyboard wasn't like that. And I'd like to hear from you on this as well. Maybe you got this keyboard and it's perfect. My only concern here is this rubber coating, which, by the way, feels fantastic. It gives you grip, but if it comes off over time, the keyboard isn't going to look very good. I suspect, like I said before, this is probably an isolated incident. I'll contact Ozone, get them to send me another one of these, and I'll do a follow-up on it. But all things considered, this is a kick-ass keyboard. Until next time, take care.